You know, they say a man doesn't know his father's advice was correct until about the same time that he has a son who doesn't follow his own advice.
Charlie, boys, are you listening?
Which is about the case with me. We want to thank you, Dad, for all you've done. I think as a father, you don't really realize the pressure that fathers are under to deliver for their families.
Right.
Or two. And you also don't realize the pressure the wife is under, especially with two families. And blended families are difficult. And Beverly's had a lot to carry. Both have had a lot to carry for 40 years almost. I can't believe
40 years.
And sometimes I think, I haven't thanked you enough for that, both of you, for all that you've done. And so thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Dad. And we hope this 70th birthday can be good. I'm glad we can get together, all except Mark Jr.
He'd be here, be good.
We gotta get him on Skype.
Yeah. And special thanks to Beverly for finding this restaurant tonight, too.
You're welcome.
But thank you, Dad. Happy birthday, Dad. And thank you, Beverly.
You're very welcome.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything they want to say? Now's the time.
Well, I would like to say something. I'd like to thank all of you.
It's over. It's over. It's all over.
We've had all different
40 years
types
I've had it.
We've had. Well, I think you all made a very special effort on behalf of Georgia and on behalf of Dad, and I really appreciate it. We came from automobiles, we came from trains, we came from planes, and Julie's around the corner. So, and the kids have been great. And I got so many compliments from all my friends yesterday on what a great bunch of kids, grandkids we have, and I told them we're all both very proud of all of you. So thank you to the parents for doing all this, and thank you to all of you. And it's been 40 years, that's right, Mark. Kevin was 3 years old.
40 years.
Wow. And I can still remember putting you guys in the tub, so with that, I'll end the conversation.
Yeah. A little something we want to give Dad. There are a couple of other presents, but something that we thought pop out my life. You have to sit Indian style on the floor. Yeah. So I won't tell you what it is because I won't set it up for you. I'll just let you discern. Here. This is Moses. This is Moses. Okay. All right. From your 5 babies. A little tribute to Dad. With some thoughtful words. Happy 70th. That is so cool.
Mark and Julie and Daddy and Brian and Kevin and somebody else.
Oh,
Timmy.
Little quotes from each one of us about what we thought was sort of what we remember the most about Dad growing up.
They're not very flattering.
And some mostly flattering, some are awkward. Some are confusing. A few are confusing.
Read them.
To
you, Dad?
None of them are signed.
We'll read them to you, Dad.
Okay, each will read his or her.
So, you
right.
see that in conjunction with the quotes, there's an adjective connected for each of us.
Okay.
Let's go here. Okay.
So, Dad, as a kid, I always saw what a great work ethic you had and all of the work you put into advancing your career. Through your efforts, I was taught the importance of striving to be successful from a very young age. And my adjective is generous.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Very good. I thought it was going to be confident.
Hockey tips.
My adjective is don't be a pansy.
Okay. Mine is strong, I guess is my adjective. I'm trying to find it.
They're all, I think we got it.
Dad, it's a good thing you have big shoulders because you've always had so many people to carry. I'm very proud and fortunate to be able to call you my father. Love, Mark.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Very nice.
Appreciate it.
Charlie. All righty, let's see here.
Ali Bali.
Oh, there we go. So here's mine, Dad. Throughout the years, you have never been far away, no matter where I've lived. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm not saying that as a, I'm saying that's been a
A lot of
blessing.
geography to that, yeah.
Yeah, Navy, wherever I was.
Yeah.
Almost daily, I call on wisdom or insight you pass along to me as a young man and continue to value your counsel today. It's equally valuable. Your generosity, tenacity, steadfastness are a model to all of your children and qualities I hope to pass on to my own two sons. Love, Chuck.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
Thank you. How about the...
But also,
3 a.m. call.
you always know where you were.
And Dad, taught me about dedication. You've always been dedicated to the family, which taught me how to be a father. And you've always been dedicated to your job, which taught me a good work ethic. So thank you very much for that. Dad.
Thank you.
Patient and steady determination in your most important relationships and with your responsibilities. I will always be grateful for your efforts to encourage me to fulfill my potential in life. You taught me to understand a situation from every angle before moving forward, and then to never give up. Love, Kevin.
That's
No,
what
Speech.
Really sweet and appropriate token. I really enjoyed getting something like this, and you know these things do stick. You know, it's a wonderful thing to look at over time to just take them back and remember what people thought about you. So I really appreciate it. It's very, very thoughtful of you to take the time to do that in advance and everything. I really appreciate it. And we all know we live for our family. That's why we're all here. Each of you, exemplify that in your own lives. And this marathon is not a sprint. You just keep working and plugging, and you take most of the goods and some bads, and you stir them up, and you keep moving ahead, and you understand your basic values, which I think gets us all through the days and the sometimes tough days. The good value structure that we've all been blessed with, and to some extent we've been able to impart a bit of it between Beverly and I to you and to ourselves. So it's very reciprocal. We learn from you, you learn from us. Not one way at all. Keeping a little bit of attention to what's going on, you get a lot of excellent feedback in terms of things that you can do better and learn from people whom you trust and love. You know their agenda is clean and their heart's pure, and if they have something to say, it's a good thing to listen to them. And if they have the way they behave and conduct their own lives, is always a good, positive learning experience for me to just observe. Like I say, you can learn a lot just by observing, and I think that's one of the things about the lives of our family is that every one of us learns from one another and is able to then extend that to other people that we encounter, and so we make sure we're always respecting everybody that we encounter, and I think we do it as a family. That's one of the things I enjoy about St. John's. It talks about the whole person and respecting others and everything you're doing and understanding what that person is, and instead of being just judgmental, which it's easy to be sometimes. We all take all time out, but if you take the time to hear others and think about where others are coming from, you'll be better off for it. And I know we're all better. I'm certainly better off from all of your relationships. And I do keep learning from you, and I do keep listening. It doesn't sound like that at times, but I love doing it.
Ryan?
No, in fact, I can speak more clearly for the 5 children, but each one of you really has been very, very helpful to me along the way. I mean, I've really...
Me. I've drawn a lot of stuff. I tell them, your sons would have done it a little different than that.
We don't do.
Sorry.
We try to give you the benefit of our advice first.
Remember, when you get to him on this, please. You're not left field again. But seriously, each one of you are inspirations to me, and I really, really deeply mean that. So I appreciate the children and my darling wife here. She's more than an inspiration. I'm just work in progress for her.
He's a drill sergeant.